Hello everyone and welcome here. So let's start to cleanse your space. Enjoy this video as we're picking your cards for the full moon in Gemini this November. And remember, whenever this reaches you, it is meant for you to be. We have picked it into two sides that Spirit has given it to us because Gemini holds the twin energy. So we are looking at the shadow sides and the light side of what you need to know. But first, let's talk about the general energies of the full moon and what we can expect. So this full moon will bring us the energy we need to start something. So understanding that the moon is connected to the water inside of us, and therefore this affects many aspects in our expression. There is a reason why we call Earth the blue planet. Since all creatures are connected to the water, it is so important for us to stay hydrated at this time. And while the sun is shining so much light on the moon, it really gives the shadow difficulty of hiding. So this is a perfect opportunity to clear out old junk that has been there for a long time. If we're going through the lower polarities of cleaning out, we can feel depleted and suffer from low energy, to perhaps feeling we're going crazy at times too. The ego can act out in different ways, so make sure that you're taking those deep breaths. Even if you feel centered, the collective field might get overwhelmed, especially for empaths. Being prepared will support in the relaxation and give reassurance that all is well. This particular full moon in the sign of Gemini, we are communicating more effectively. Yet the question is if we have communicated properly to ourselves what goal we want to achieve. Since we're still connecting to the Scorpio energy, it is making us combative and perhaps even pushing ourselves to the limit. So reflect on your actions and understand that right now there is no yes or a no. We are suddenly entering a gray area. Since we're communicating more, our dynamic starts to shift in all of our relationships in our lives. This clear communication of following our new path can make others fall away and new connection to arrive that resonate more for you. If you have a healthy connection, then both will develop and elevate each other by having this clear communication. Yes, we are on the verge of jumping timelines and getting out of our comfort zone. But it's equally important to honor the ego or the shadow self that is afraid of change and wants to hold us back. This balance of twin energy that Gemini holds with Sagittarius in its polarity reminds us to understand these both aspects, like the broader mind that's looking far into the future and the logic mind asking you to take one step at a time, not to get overwhelmed. Here we truly need to trust and have faith that the higher powers are working behind the scenes and that they are higher dimensional beings backing you up into this. So when you are ready to expand, trust, even if your vision is not completely clear, this is the time to communicate it to the ones that you trust. If there is nobody that you feel that you can trust at this time, then writing a letter to yourself. This will help you to sort out your thoughts since we're working with the energies of the mind. So ask yourself these questions. What do I want? How can I prepare for the future with a small step? And what is important to me right now? These are simple questions, yet it can be difficult to answer. If you don't know, make sure to honor that too. If you can't right now, then that's okay. And that in itself will free up energy, allowing new information to reach you in your decision making. I'll pin down in the description box more information if you want to go through it in your own pace. These are your cards, and let's get into the reading. Namaste, everyone. Welcome in here to this safe space that I'm cleansing once more just before we start. And watch your ears. I'm going to ring this bell. Okay. This reading is open. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this full moon in Gemini reading that we have here for you. So whenever this message will reach you, will be relevant to you because Spirit will give you these messages and synchronicities for something that you need to hear here that will resonate with our energies of what we are sending out and to what you're receiving. So for those that are returning and know how this is, we are always picking the cards, and it's not just for that particular full moon, but it's also for the 2 weeks ahead. We're going through cycles, and the moon cycles are connected to the feminine, and the moon is also connected to the feminine, and it is our dark aspect. So if we can connect to this, it doesn't matter which gender we are. Even if you're a man, it's good to know how a woman is working because she has a 8-day cycle and a man has 24 in a whole day hour cycle. So we have different cycles, and we've been working with doing something like a job 9 to 5, but we've never worked with seasons and going through it in this way. So this is how Spirit has given it to us, that the collective needs to connect with their feelings so that they can dissolve and open up to free up for new energy to enter. That's why we are in this. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Dimensions of Love. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all of your like, shares, and subscribes. I just did a video for you guys right now, and I've recorded it for such a long time. Turns out that it wasn't recording, so then I had to start all over again, and I already picked your 3 cards on camera, which never really happened now. Let's go through the cards again, and I hope that I can still remember, since we are working with the full moon in Gemini that I can remember what I actually said, because I never do when we're going through it. So I'm recentering myself here. It's nice that it's authentic and that you can see it, that in life these things happen. A miss in communication. It's because we're connecting with Gemini, and Gemini is connected to Mercury, and you know how the Mercury retrogrades tend to be. Okay, so we've done these two sides of the dark shadow aspect of ourselves and our soul, what we want, and we picked your cards as you've seen. Again, take what resonates with you, and this feminine aspect that we're working with, these 28 cycles of us just as a female, we're going through this 28 cycle, and male has 24 hours cycle, so it's very much shorter, and they go through all of their seasons in one day, while a woman goes through all of her seasons in a month. And the same way here, we need to connect. It doesn't matter what gender we are, we all have a female in our lives, whether it can be our mother, our sister, or our spouse or friend. The same way we can understand if we are a female, how we are reacting to a man, because a man's cycle goes different. Why I'm saying this is because Gemini is both a twin, so understanding that we're both these aspects and we hold both feminine and masculine energies. So some of us can have this feminine energy within us even if we are a man. And the same way is if we're a woman, we can hold a man's energy that we are having a day cycle, which can disrupt us if we're not balanced. Understanding this is it's very profound in your development into understanding yourself. As we're making these videos also, it is important that you all know that taking what resonates, it is really important. And as we've been given this from spirit to us to work with the new moons and the full moons, we are working with our aspects within ourselves to understand ourselves, to understand our shadow self, to heal the collective ego. That's why we're doing these videos. And Savali, having patience, is what comes out in this reading. This reading is for the 2 weeks ahead. So always take what resonates and understand that their energy is connected to you. So keep on practicing your intuition over time. This will develop and become better. Hopefully this message will help you, because we are happy to do these messages for you and we love you so much. And again, since we're in the communication, understanding to say I love you is a different thing than to feel. So I really hope that you all can feel the love that I'm exuberating to you all. Now, here in the shadow aspect, we've gone through these cards, and Spirit is asking that you're looking honestly upon yourself and don't cheat yourself of not being completely honest and asking yourself, what do I want? What do I need? As we said before, writing down what you really want and what you need, and being honest with yourself, being raw with yourself, your true core values and understanding right now will allow you to free up that energy to be honest with yourself. Because we have the Knight of Pentacles and upright Nine of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is a slow moving energy, but is sustainable. It is a solid, whether it is financial, relationship wise, this is a solid energy. When we have it in reverse, it is not trusting into this forward movement, second guessing your option, being afraid of taking that leap of faith and choosing a path. And as she is turned to the light, this two of swords, it is still being closed off with your heart for some of you from past pain in the relationship that you have felt before. And you don't have to have eyes to see this, but you understand this in a deeper level, that you have to make a choice. We can't stay to be stagnated. We have to make a choice eventually of what we want, because we have the Two of Cups here. And this Two of Cups is very beautiful. It's a healthy relationship that will bring so much out of both parties involved. Allowing this to happen, allowing this relationship to happen, because there's a lot of fear. But yet we have these two cards. We have Four of Wands on both sides, both in your shadow aspects and your light. This is what they are joined together. So it's Thanksgiving in USA if you are celebrating that. But you guys, I'm so sorry. The camera keeps cutting off over and over again. I really do apologize, and I'm almost losing my voice because I recorded this the third time. I don't know. It's all about this communication, and for some of you, it is cutting off. The video is saying energetically that we're cutting off communication completely. So someone is really done with something. You're done with it. That's what I want to say. That's the main energy since this happens. So I don't know when it's going to cut off again. So I might as well just get into these cards and overall give you this message. And I'm so sorry, but have patience, because from your shadow side here, it is saying that this energy is slow moving, but you will have success here. You will have success in your life, in a new relationship that will enter a beautiful, beautiful place, and potentially even marriage. Don't think about from your light aspects of what you've gone through before, which has been very difficult. Spirit wants you to focus on all of these beautiful gifts that your shadow will bring out, a fresh new idea given from spirit that you will have success in, because we have the Six of Wands, two time as a clarifier both in the light and dark, and we have the Four of Wands. So it's a lot of fiery, it's a lot of moving, it's a lot of joy. It is being connected, it is being open to new relationships, to this beautiful, all of this holiday that's coming up here in celebration, into helping you move forward. In your light, you've been in a difficult situation in a working environment where you've worked yourself so much and you've gained a little. It's because you're supposed to get a new opportunity here that will be presented to yourself. In the Death card here, you're dying away from cycles, and we have this double confirmation here in the Death card that you're definitely going through these cycles that will elevate you into becoming this new version of yourself. The middle card is saying here that the angel of vision is asking you to understand that there are a lot of other people involved here that knows more than they are saying. It's all going to be relief. Kind of let go and let into it and understand that this is something greater than yourself, and you trusting this and allowing everything to unfold will give you everything that you desire. But you have to let it go. Don't go get into the mind, because Gemini can be like that. And instead of focus on this full moon of how you can communicate just completely and clearly and honestly from your point of view, and then seeing the other aspect, and just by doing that you will see which one will fall away and where you will feel like you're resonating with something. Because again, these opposites are very clear, and so having this simple understanding will really bring you into this beautiful ascension and awakening within yourself. So you're really expanding, and the more that you're expanding, the more new things are coming in here and shifting and changing your future for the better, which is amazing in itself. So these readings here for your weeks ahead are very positive. Don't focus on this tree energy that has ended here and that has caused you a lot of pain and suffering, because it's been a very sexual energy that has been it's not been channeled. it's kind of like a greedy energy. You know, greed and desire are both aspects, they're the same. But when we get greedy, we can hurt other people because of that greed. But if we have a desire, it's more balanced and it's more positive, so that we can integrate it into what we are wanting, because desires are not bad to have if they are in a positive note, but if they get negative, they become greed. So making sure that you are getting out of this energy, which you are here because you're going through this transformational, and spirit is seeing your efforts. Your efforts are being acknowledged. I hope this message helps, and have a wonderful full moon and communicate. As always, have a wonderful day. Send love your way. Bye, everyone.